What's up, people? All right, parenting. It's hard. It is not easy. It is so not easy. I was going to talk to you about something tonight, about words, different words like some people use the word consequences, some people use the word chores, responsibilities, punishment. I'm not saying I use or don't use any of these words. I'm just saying I was going to talk about words, but I decided not to because I wanted to share something that happened tonight that is something that I've done a lot of that I think is very effective. I think it's very effective in parenting. It has been in my world, and I think it can be in a lot of people's world. One thing that I do a lot of is writing. When my children's have something going on, I do writing assignments. So I'm going to give you an example of one. Can you see that? Tone of voice speaks louder than words. I have no idea if in the video if that's going to be backwards or forwards or what. It looks backwards to me. Anyways, so here's the thing. This is probably the shortest writing assignment I've ever done with any of my kids. The second sentence was, your ugly voices are disrespectful. Ugly voices are disrespectful. So the power in writing, in my opinion, is that I think it's really important that when we are trying to grow good children for this world, that they have an opportunity to think about their actions. And I think writing does exactly that. It gives them an opportunity to not be on social media. It gives them an opportunity not to be engulfed in music, with their friends, games, and I think that it gives them an opportunity to kind of force them to look in the mirror, per se. And so that's what the writing is all about. So we do writing, and when they do the writing, they have to write each sentence out. They can't write the first word all the way down and then the second word. They have to write the whole sentence, because I think in the act of doing the writing, they are thinking about these words. Even if they think they're not, and they don't, even if they flat out don't want to think about the words, they are thinking about these words. So this is a task that can be definitely rebutted by the kids. So that's kind of the short version, but the bigger power in the writing is afterwards talking to your kids about the writing. So for this particular instance, one of the things that I talked about with my child was, well, let's talk about later in life, like when you have a job or you have maybe a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a family, a roommate, a college roommate maybe. Like, what do you think of when you read these sentences? How do you think that's going to affect your world later on? Because I also feel like parenting today in real time is twofold. We are dealing with the real circumstances of today in this moment, but ultimately what we're trying to do is get our kids to think about later in life, how does this affect us? So I always try in all of my parenting ways to incorporate that. Like, let's talk about what brought this on today, but let's also talk about how does this affect maybe you or maybe your friend, or hey, how does this affect mom? Like, how I asked my child tonight, I said, if I went to work and let's say I went to one of my classes and let's say I had an ugly voice and one of my students thought I was being very disrespectful to them, do you think that they would come back? And my child said, nope, they probably wouldn't come back, Mama. So, yeah, sentences. More to come later.